You know, really, that's it. It's just depression. You know, to see something that you've worked so hard to grow and build, and you know that years ago was a good business.
If we can't water, like say these trees, we're going to lose them. It's not easy to come back. At that point, I just give up. All of the people that work with us will be without a job.
This is not going to be grown. It didn't get grown last year, and it's not going to be grown this year. The California rice industry lost, you know, between 100 and 140,000 acres of rice last year.
As a farmer, you always think that there's a better day coming. You always are optimistic about it's going to get better. I had really hoped that 2015 was going to be better than 2014, but now it looks like it's going to again be worse. It's hard to understand what the right answer is.
De langstrakte jordene I Central Valley USAs viktigste jordbruksområde. Populært kalt USAs fruktkurv, salatbolle og meieriutsalg. Her produseres halvparten av all frukt, grønnsaker og nøtter I USA. Nå truer den verste tørken I Californias historie. Bøndene bekymret. Hvor mye vann kan de vente seg? Hvor mye åkrene må de ligge brakk? Og hvor mange gårdsarbeidere mister jobben?
Right now we don't have any water. We're out. On our ranch we do not have a well. We're 100% reliant on the Friant, and with the zero allocation this year we're completely out of water. At this point in time there isn't any water from another source available. So we're hoping that somewhere down the road somebody on the west side or something we can make a deal with and maybe buy some water at a higher price so we can stay alive another year.
Tarabella en liten jordbrukskommune I hjertet av Californias sitrusbelte. Bøndene her har ikke grunnvann, og mange må la hele eller deler av fruktgårdene dø. Jeffrey risikerer å miste mer enn halvparten av trærne, om han ikke klarer å oppdrive nok vann.
If we don't get any water, trees will die. We'll basically be living on a open piece of ground. No trees. This is obviously the end result we as farmers don't want to see. You know, a valuable commodity and such a precious resource end up like this it's just sad, very sad to see.
So this farm here that we're standing on has a zero allocation. We are able to water these trees with water we've saved up from years before. The other crops that are planted annually, like the melons and tomatoes, those are the crops that we will have to cut back planting on. Every 100 acres that we don't plant is about 1 million melons that we're losing. And we are planting now about 400 acres less melons than we were 6 years ago.
Joes far innvandret fra Mexico. Han jobbet seg opp fra dårlig betalt sesongarbeid til gårdsmanager. Joe begynte å jobbe på gården som faren bestyrte fra 9-10-årsalderen. Etter college-studier og mange års hardt arbeid kunne Joe kjøpe sin egen gård på 8000 mål. Nå legger han brakk en tredjedel av jorden for å redde de verdifulle mandeltrærne.
This drought is costing the farm in terms of gross sales millions of dollars per year. And if next year we have no water, we can't water these trees. We're going to lose all these almonds. That's a huge loss. Without any water, our hands are completely tied.
I Los Banos bor sjette-generasjonsbonde Michael Cannon sammen med konen og 3 sønner. Han har ansvaret for 44 000 mål dyrket mark. Det en krevende oppgave I en tid med vannrestriksjoner, stadig nye reguleringer og miljøhensyn. Han har historiske vannrettigheter som dateres lenge før byggingen av Shasta-demningen. Likevel måtte han legge brakk 15% av jordene I fjor. Dette tilsvarer et område på nesten 1000 fotballbaner. I år må Cannon legge brakk enda mer enn I fjor.
They've said they're going to try to get us a 75% supply, but they've said not to rely on that. We're planning very much like last year, which is for about maybe 40% of the water that we will expect. I think it may even get worse because of the fact that there's no snowpack. We've been very conservative. We're fallowing more land, which is not going to be planted.
Nord for Sacramento risbonde Mike Deddo travelt opptatt med å klargjøre markene for utplanting av risfrø. Bøndene her har historiske vannrettigheter fra tiden før byggingen av Shasta-demningen, som sikrer maks 25% kutt I vanntildelingen. Men tørken får likevel konsekvenser for Mike.
It has kind of a mechanical problem where if the rivers are low, it physically cannot get water diverted for this ground, and that's what's impacted this. In a normal year, we have plenty of flows and at the right times to supply this ranch. But with the drought, at times we do have flows, but at times we don't. And so we just don't take the chance. And so that's why this is not going to be grown. It didn't get grown last year, and it's not going to be grown this year.
The reduction in labor is significant. We have about a third less payroll cost. That means that about 1/3 less has gone out in payroll checks to people.
How it's going to be less than before. Right now we work 7 days a week or 6. The water has come down, so it's going to be like 5 days a week, 8 hours a day. It's going to be worse. The money for us to support our families.
I Mendota bor det hovedsakelig gårdsarbeidere. Her har tørken ført til stor arbeidsledighet og økonomiske tap for innbyggerne og kommunen.
What we have seen is because the amount of land that's in active cultivation has gone down. Over the last 4 years, the 4 years of the drought, we're seeing unemployment rates around 40%. There's a lot of people that are distressed in the community in terms of not being able to support their families, number one, but number two, not even being able to provide for their families in terms of food.
Matforsyninger distribueres i hele den sørlige delen av Central Valley. I Farmersville, en liten jordbrukskommune med røtter tilbake til 1800-tallet, forteller pastor Benavides at behovet for mathjelp har økt fra rundt 40 til 340 familier på 2 år.
The need is great. We've gotten up to about 340 families every other week. So a lot of people that are out of work, and if you can see, there's a lot of seniors that come also. I think what we give them will make it out of the month.
And before I didn't have to resort to this because I had my job, but I had a 60% income drop and it was very hard for me. So now what they give here at the commodities, it helps out a lot. It really does. And having this, it's to be able to put food on the table.
I worry for the future for my children. I think they see me struggling with the business now, and I'm not sure that they'll want to continue. Now with the drought and maybe disruption from climate change, it's going to be a very difficult business.
We haven't done anything to adapt to climate change, which is something we know as farmers we have to do, because we're already living it.
I keep hoping that next year we're going to get some snowpack to replenish the aquifers so we don't lose those. And I hope that we can get these canals flowing again and get back to doing what we know how to do and farm.